of 2-0. They've been rejuvenated by 4 players from the now defunct school district of Orient Maxburg, including senior Emma Boswell, who's tearing the cover off the ball. And Griswold, they've been sparked by the addition of CAM players. They are off to a 4-0 start to the season. Jack McKee alongside here in Griswold. And Jack, I think we're in for one whale of a ball game here tonight. Something's got to give between these two.
Yeah, Chris, this is a game I'm really excited for. Both teams really showing their prowess early in this season. Nodaway Valley 2-0 coming off wins to Mount Earl and Nodaway Valley. Griswold-CAM Tigers coming off wins to Stanton, Sydney, Bedford, and East Mills. And if I did my math correct, that is a 51 run differential that Griswold-CAM is coming into tonight with. So I'm really excited to see these two clubs match up.
And they're both off to great starts hitting. Right now, Griswold hitting 333 as a club, Nodaway Valley hitting 387 as a team. So the final score will probably be 2-1 here tonight. We could only be so fortunate. It should be an entertaining ball game here this evening between Nodaway Valley and Griswold. We'll take a timeout. Tonight's game brought to you by FNB Bank, by Newman Body Shop, by McGunn Specialty Firearms, and by Griswold Communications. We have softball around the corner coming up here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Back, and we're ready to go for softball here this evening. Chris and Jack alongside. They played the national anthem before all the JV games here this evening. It was Griswold winning the JV game 3-2. Let's take a look at the starting lineup that Griswold starter Eiley Whaler will face, as turned in by Nodaway Valley co-coaches Brian Osbach and Ryan Zehner. Maddie Thompson, the center fielder and a freshman, will lead things off. Taylor Lockery, freshman at second base, will bat second. Izzy Eisbach, junior first baseman, will hit third. Emma Boswell, junior shortstop for the Wolverines in the cleanup spot. Ella Boswell is the starting pitcher for Nod Valley, freshman batting fifth. Addison Glade is the catcher, sophomore, will hit sixth. Leah Stonebreaker is the right fielder, junior in the seventh spot. Tyler Osborne, the only senior on the team, third baseman, will hit eighth. And Chloe Reardon, designated hitter, and the junior, will bat ninth. And we're ready to go for softball. The first pitch of the ball game is fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1 to Madison Thompson. We actually start a little early tonight. First pitch at 6:58. 0-1 to Thompson, batting .556 with 7 RBIs on the season. And Whaler's delivery is up high, and it's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. A few clouds up in the air, some blue also showing. We'll call it partly cloudy skies, 74 degrees here at game time. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt by Whaler, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Chris, I'm just really excited to get out of that wind that we experienced on Monday. It's a beautiful night.
We had wind on Monday. Rain washed out our game last night between Harlan and Kemper in baseball. The 2-1 is in there for a called strike, and it's even out of Thompson at 2 balls, 2 strikes. By the way, they made up that game. We were scheduled to go to Merchants Park last night for that ball game. They made it up this afternoon, and Harlan won that 12-7. The 2-2 pitch, just a bit high by Whaler, and the count is full. Thompson, dangerous hitter. Freshman, she was at OM as well. 4 players on Orion Maxburg a year ago in softball and now playing for Nodaway Valley. The payoff pitch, strike three call. Down the middle, a little bit high. Thompson thought it was ball four, but she gets rung up. And there's one away here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring on Taylor Lockery. Defensively behind Waylert, Joanna Reynolds in left field, Addison Adams in center, Carson Adams is in right, Keely Kinney at third base, Marissa Asklin at short. First pitch in there for a called strike to Lockery. The second baseman is Abby Gollenhorst. Daphne Waylert, her sister, is at first base. Courtney Folman is the catcher. And Eiley Waylert, the pitcher for Griswold, the 0-1. Swing, and there's a looper headed to short, but right at Asklin, who just simply has to stick her mid up into the air and make the play for out number 2. And that'll bring on Izzy Einsbach. The numbers on Waylert, the freshman making her third start of the season, fourth overall appearance, does have one save, 2-0 record, a 0.70 ERA. First pitch to Einsbach is fouled away on the first base side, and it's 0-1. Izzy, of course, the leading scorer in the basketball season for the entire state of Iowa. But she plays all the sports. She was on the track team for Nodaway Valley. Check swing is ruled a strike on the outside corner, and now Waylert ahead 0-2. Izzy batting .286 with 3 RBIs on the season. As the sun able to sneak out from one of the clouds overhead. 0-2 to Einsbach. And a swing to rest of strike 3. And Waylert comes in and retires the hot-hitting Wolverines in order. 1, 2, 3. You go to the bottom of the first. Your score, Nodaway Valley, 0. And at Griswold coming to bat here on KSOM.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Ella Boswell, the starting pitcher for Nodaway Valley, and here's the starting lineup she will face. Is turned in by Griswold head coach Jody Rosell. It's Marissa Asklin, the senior shortstop, will lead it off for the Tigers. Abby Gollenhorst, senior and second base, bat second. Eiley Waylert, the freshman pitcher, will hit third. Courtney Folman, sophomore catcher, in the cleanup spot. Addison Adams, senior in center field, will bat fifth. Keely Kinney, the freshman third baseman, will hit sixth. First pitch to Asklin is outside for ball 1. Joanna Reynolds, senior in left field, in the 7th spot for Griswold. Daphne Waylert, junior at first base, bats 8. Carson Adams, sophomore in right, will hit 9. The 1-0 pitch is way up high by Waylert. His family with that one. 2-0 to Asklin, by Boswell. Waylert can't pitch to her own team. Asklin hitting .286 with 3 RBIs on the year. 2-0, and there's a high fly ball hit somewhat deep to left. Going back is Destiny Fly. She misjudged it. It's in there for a hit. Asklin skews to second and stopped with a leadoff double. I don't know what happened to Fry, but the sun is now snuck up behind a cloud, so you can't use that as an excuse, but it didn't hit the mitt. She just did not get to it. She tried a basket catch, but she was nowhere near the ball when it fell to the earth. A leadoff double by Asklin will bring on Abby Gollenhorst, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. The numbers on Boswell, her third start of the year. She is 2-0 with a 6.46 ERA. She's allowed 17 runs, 12 earned on 14 hits. There's a strike on the inside corner. to Gollenhorst. It's even at 1-1. She has walked 21, struck out 16 in 13 innings pitched. Opponent's hitting 246 against her. The 1-1. That's a fly ball hit into right, but that's right at Leah Stonebreaker, who makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring on Eiley Whaler. Defensively, behind Boswell, it's Destiny Fry. Just could not come up with that ball in left. Addie Thompson in center, Lee and Stonebreaker making that last catch in right. Get you the infield in a moment as Waylard steps in on the first pitch, turns her around for ball 1, high and tight. On the infield, the only senior on the club is Carter Osborne. She's at third. Emma Boswell, Ella's older sister, at short. Taylor Lockery at second. Izzy Osbach over at first. Glade is the catcher. Here's a hard ground ball pass. Osborne at third and into left for a base hit. Stopping at third is Asplin. And Whaler, who is 3 for 4 coming in, has a base hit. So runners on the corners, 1 away. Griswold threatening, no score. Here's Courtney Foreman, the cleanup hitter. We'll have a runner for Waylard. So the courtesy runner will come in. I got to go deep into my roster. Bristol Wyman. Not that deep. So Wyman is running at first. I would imagine you're going to put her in motion at some point. Coleman steps in. Wyman doesn't waste a pitch. He takes off. It is rolled a strike to Fullman. Wyman steals second without a throw. So second and third, 1 away, first base open. And it's 0-1 to Courtney Fullman. Griswold threatening in the opening frame against Boswell. And the 0-1, and he's buckling that one. That just misses high. Good eye by Fullman there, even at 1-1. Fullman hitting an even 400. She does have 1 homer and 6 runs batted in on the year. This Griswold offense is explosive. The 1-1. Fastball low, good stop by Glade, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Very important here, Jack, for Boswell's confidence to try and get out of this, but Griswold wants to put up a crooked number early.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2-1. Oh, but a called strike and an off-speed pitch. Good pitch there, froze Fullman, and it's even at 2-2. Fullman was ready to pull, but saw the change of speed, said, I'm going to let that one go by. And it was a good pitch down the middle for a called strike. It's even at 2-2. Swing, and that's it. In the air towards shallow left. Coming on play, makes that catch. Very shallow, so the runner at third, Asplin, could not tag. So Fry redeems herself a little bit and makes the basket catch this time, and there's 2 away in the first.
Really nice job getting there. It was kind of in that awkward spot, Chris, right in between left field and shortstop, but she ends up taking it away.
And that'll bring on Addison Adams for Griswold. And the first pitch, chopped foul on the third base side, and it's 0-1. Adams sitting 455 on the year with 6 RBIs on the season. Numbers are going to be a little inflated here at the start of the year. Griswold still hasn't put in stats for their last game against Stanton. There's a changeup way out in front of it, and it's bounced to the on-deck circle where Keely Kinney stops it with her cleat. 0-2, the count to Addison Adams. Addison, a state medalist in the 400 hurdles at the state track meet. Actually, it was the 100 hurdles. Got the wrong hurdles. That one's up high. Good waste pitch by Ella Boswell. 1-2, the count to Adams. Second and third, 2 outs. First base open. 1-2, though, the count to Addison Adams. And Ella Boswell, 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. That fastball is low, and it's now even. Deuces are wild. Griswold trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the first inning, and Nodaway Valley trying to prevent it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, 3. And Boswell able to indeed get out of it. For Griswold, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left aboard through the first inning. We're scoreless here on KSOM.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tiger Sports.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
So Griswold had an opportunity, could not come up with the hit. We're scoreless. Heading to the top of the second, Emma Boswell will lead things off for Nodaway Valley. She bats from the left side against the Ronnie Whaler. And the first pitch is high and outside for ball one. Emma, another one of the players from Orient Maxburg that is now going to school at Nodaway Valley. She'll be a senior in the fall. She's off to a terrific start. The 1-0. Hard hit ground ball. Check for the second. But right at Gollenhorst. Throws to first just in time to get Boswell. And there's one away here in the second. It's always a big out. She's off to a great start with a couple of home runs on the year. Here's her younger sister, Ella Boswell, also another former Orient Maxburg player. 4 total for Nodaway Valley. First pitch, swing, basically strike one. Ella batting .286 with a couple of RBIs on the season. Maddie Thompson, the Boswell sisters, and Carter Osborne, the only senior of the 4 players from Orient Maxburg. Swing and basically strike two. She might have got the foul too. But Waylard is ahead 0-2 against Ella Boswell. Waylard is ahead now. The 2-strike pitch. Oh, it was high, and Ella waves at it. She'd love to have that swing back. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Waylard. 2 away for Addison Glotty.
Yeah, they're feeling good if you're Avery Whaler right now. It's really nice to get that first half of the lineup out of the way quick to start off the matchup.
Addison Glotty hitting 125 with an RBI. The first pitch off the Met high for ball one of the catcher, Fullman. Of course, there's some similarities with these two schools, with Griswold adding CAM and Nodaway Valley adding Orient Maxburg. Different situations, though. The 1-0 pitch high. 2 balls and no strikes. First, Orient Maxburg was voted on in the last school year to be completely dissolved, and their students were sent to various school districts around the area. There's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1 to Glade. But Nodaway Valley got some talented athletes. Look out for basketball season with this team. Heck, look out for softball season this summer.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2-1. Swing, a check swing, and a bouncer to first. But Dapka Whaler picks it up, steps on the first base bag, and Eiley Whaler has thrown 6 up, 6 down. We go to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless here on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs. By Anita Supply Center, your home enhancement store. They're here to help. Hummel Insurance Services, the difference with Hummel. Rancho Grande, authentic Mexican food. And West 7th in Atlantic. By Stein Seed. Stein is yield. Contact Karen Petty, your local Stein rep. Principal Financial Group with Agent Mark Smith. Iowa Western Community College in Atlantic BU at Iowa Western, and by Fikes Plumbing and Services, HVAC, Plumbing, Sewer, and Septic, now serving Greenfield and Atlantic. No score as we head to the bottom of the second inning between Nodaway Valley and Griswold. Keely Kinney, freshman from the CAM district, will lead things off for Griswold. First pitch in there for a called strike by Ella Boswell. Kinney's still looking for her first hit of the season. She's 0 for 4. She was a 386 hitter a year ago. Ella Boswell checks her wristband, has the pitching sign, the 0-1. Just a bit high. Kenny has to duck out of the way of ball one. Cam did not have enough players to field a softball team this year. They only counted about 7 when the team started to assemble for the 2025 season. So athletic director Joe Wallen went looking for a partner, and he found one in Griswold. The 1-1, and that's it high and deep right down the line and left, and it is... It just got over the fence, and her first hit of the season for Keely Kinney is a solo home run, and Griswold takes a 1-0 lead.
Thank God for the first hit of the season, right, Chris?
Yeah, I should also say the stats haven't entered for Stanton, so maybe she got her first hit the other night, but we'll go with it. It sounds good.
Yeah.
It's her first home run there. And it was right down the line, just snuck in and just snuck over the fence and to the right of the fair or foul pole, whatever you want to call it. And Kinney gets Griswold on the board. And the first pitch now to Joanna Reynolds is up high for ball 1.
It's close enough to the fence where the bystanders over there in the lawn chairs had to steer clear.
Yeah, there's some people sitting out there, and Reynolds pops that one back and out of play, and it's even at 1-1. There's some spots out there. You can't sit in center field because of the sign that they have along the chain link fence. But there's even one guy who's just to the right of the scoreboard close to center field. He's sitting all by himself. Here's a line drive to second off the mid of Lockery, and she's not going to be able to handle it. It deflects into shallow center. That's going to be a base hit for Reynolds. The 4th hit for Griswold as the sun comes out again from one of the clouds. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring on Daphne Whaler. Well, the partnership for Cam and Griswold so far has worked out well. The first pitch is high inside for ball 1. They didn't really get a chance to come together as a team, not much practice time because the timing between spring and summer sports is pretty much non-existent. There's a bunt attempt. It's in the dirt, squirts away, and down to second goes Reynolds. You give her a stolen base on that one, or I think it'd be a wild pitch.
So, yeah.
2 balls and no strikes to count to Whaler. Ella Boswell rattled just a little bit after a solo home run and then a base hit after that. Whaler hitting .333 with an RBI. There's a swing and miss for strike 1. 2-1 to Whaler. But I was talking with Marissa Asklin after we did the East Mills game, our first game of the season a couple of weeks ago, week and a half ago. There's a changeup. That's in there for a called strike. It's even at 2-2 to Whaler. Good pitch by Ella Boswell. And she says it was really no big deal that these two groups came together. It's kind of, she didn't use the word seamlessly, but she did say there wasn't any issues whatsoever. The 2-2 is way up high. Whaler couldn't offer, and the count is full. 1-0 Griswold on the board on the solo home run by Kinney. But these two teams, I think, are better for it. The problem is that Griswold has to move up in class. They're now 2A after last year 1A club. The payout pitch is way high. Not even close for ball 4. First walk allowed by Boswell. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Here's the 9-hitter, Carson Adams. Not started the baseball game as of yet between Knott Valley and Griswold. Baseball field pretty close to the softball field, just up the first base side here. Adams stands in. She's looking for her first hit. She looked to bunt and bunts it foul for strike one. Carson 0 for 5 in her first 3 games. The sophomore. The field here is right next to the high school, just off the main road. The scoreboard is in left field, and it pretty much is flat ground until it slopes up to the highway. And it's nothing but field, nothing but empty grass. That one's way over the head of everybody. Adams squared to bunt again, able to pull it back, and the runner's able to advance. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Carson, and now runners are at second and third. Second wild pitch of the inning for Boswell. So a lot of clear territory to look out from here at the park. One's high and inside, and it's 2 balls and a strike now to Adams. 1-0 Griswold looking for more. Still nobody out here in the second inning. The 2-1 to Carson. She swings on a high pop up into shallow right center. She turns it instead. Collide. The ball comes off the mid of Thompson. This will score at least 2. Carson Adams is into third, and Griswold leads it 3-0. Wowzers. Thompson and Stonebreaker. I don't know if somebody called for it or neither did, but it deflected off the mid of Thompson. Boy, you really got to rule that an error.
Yeah, I think both are looking all right. They're walking it off. I think they're going to come in. The coach is going to ask if both are okay, and we're obviously hoping for the best.
Yeah, Coach Zener comes out to check on his players, and along the way, he's probably going to mention, is like, ladies, somebody's got to call for it. If you hear somebody say, I got it, you better stop. But Stonebreaker and Thompson did not. And it's, of course, impossible for us all the way behind home plate to know whether somebody yelled out. But clearly both players were going to go after that ball regardless. And it did deflect off the mitt of Thompson. So you got to rule out an error on the center fielder, which allows 2 runs to come in. And Adams is standing at third on a 3-base error. Top of the order now, Marissa Asplin from the left side. First pitch, and that's got to straightaway center field. Thompson on the run makes the catch. Tagging no from third is Carson Adams. She will score, and Griswold leads 4-0. So a sacrifice fly for Asplin, and she gets her 4th RBI of the season. 1 away, and here's Abby Gollenhorst. Bases are now empty. First pitch, and that's a little bloop. Headed over the first base bag, and that's going to be a base hit in shallow right. Perfectly placed hit by Gollenhorst. Just a little Texas leaguer dumped into right. And that's the 3rd hit of the inning for Griswold, their 5th hit of the ball game, and that'll bring on Eiley Whaler. Whaler singled her last time up against Boswell. First pitch is inside. The runner goes. The throw is a little late. And Gollenhorst has her 5th stolen base of the season, which leads the team.
Great effort there by the Wolverines, and really close there.
I was a little surprised that Glade would throw that ball from her knees. She didn't get a chance to stand up. She just tossed it down there, and it was actually closer than I thought it was going to be. That one outside by Ella Boswell, and I believe it's 2 balls and no strikes to count to Whaler. Ella kind of laboring a little bit here in the second inning. Wants to find a way to get out of it. Change up and a hard smash right down the line at third. That's going to be a fair ball. Left fielder Fry in to recover it, but scoring on the hit is Gollenhorst. Down to second goes Whaler with an RBI double, and it is 5-0 Griswold.
I believe that came off the glove of the third baseman, kind of pushed it foul. Blue calls it fair from behind the dish.
Osborne, a great effort. They're going to run for Whaler. with Bristol Wyman. But if she did deflect it, it's going to be a big break for Griswold. That'll bring on Courtney Fulman. First pitch is low for ball one. Usually you think if the ball hits the glove, it's an automatic error, but I disagree with that. It's not. It's up to the official scorer to rule whether it was catchable or not, whether it's playable or not. The 1-0 pitch is chopped foul, and it's even at 1-1. I always found something weird about high school baseball and softball is there's no one official scorer of this game. Each team scores for their own club. So sometimes the stats don't match up in bound when you look at it. 1-1 is hit, rolled back up the middle, scooped up and short by Boswell. Throws to first a little low, but Eisbach able to handle it. Down to third goes Wyman, but the out recorded 2 away. And the ninth batter of the inning is Addison Adams. Ella Boswell just wants to get out of this mess here and see if the Wolverine Bats can start a comeback. First pitch is a little high for ball one. Addison struck out to end the first. Big inning for Griswold here in the second. 1-0 from Boswell. In the dirt, good block by Glade. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Very important job there behind the dish. Really great job to block it. And if she doesn't get behind that, that could be another run.
I always thought there should be another stat in baseball. The 2-0 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. That stat would be runs saved.
Huh.
And I don't know if that exists in all the stats that are out there, new stats, old stats that exist. But run saved is very important. The 2-1 pitch is up high, 3 balls and 1 strike. And in essence, Glade saved a run by stopping that ball.
Totally.
But that's something you wouldn't see in a traditional box score. 5 runs in for Griswold. 2 outs, runner at third, 3-1, second to pace for strike 2. Way out in front of it was Adams. Boswell trying to get out of the setting, and Griswold trying to keep their foot on the gas. And now the payoff pitch. Swing hard, 8 ball to third. Osborne goes across to get Adams, and that will retire the side. But Kinney started it with a solo home run, and Griswold kept the bats going. They score 5 runs on a total of 4 hits. There was an error and 1 left aboard. Through 2 complete, 5-0 Griswold here on KSOM.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic. And then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
For Griswold, as we head to the third, Leah Stonebreaker will lead things off for Nodaway Valley. And Eiley Whaler hasn't given up the hit. Stonebreaker lifts that one a high pop up to shallow right. And on the run was Carson Adams. She couldn't come up with it. It'll be a hit for Stonebreaker. Again, it hit the mid, but that was a tough catch. She had a long way to come. It was hit into shallow right towards the line. Again, there's another case we were talking about. It hit the mid, and she could have made a great catch on it. But I'll rule with a single for Stonebreaker, and they'll bring on Carter Osborne.
I mean, a lot of close calls so far on this one. A lot of balls that have hit the tips of the gloves, and that's just how it is.
Runner goes. The pitch is high, and the throw. Oh, she bluffs. She induced a throw from Fulman. It was cut off by the shortstop Asklin. Stonebreaker went about a third of the way and then stopped and retreated. 1 ball to no strikes to count to Osborne. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Carter hitting 143 with an RBI in the season for the Wolverines. On Valley, they beat Mount Air in their last game. It was at Slugfest 12-9. It was their first win against the Raiders since 2017. The 1-1 now bunts it, but foul. And it squirts back towards the Griswold dugout on the third base side, and now 1-2. She wants another one foul. That's a third strikeout. Well, that's a third strikeout, but it's a strikeout. Otherwise, she could be bunting here all night long. The 1-2, way up high, and it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tony Foreman keeping a close eye over there on first. She had that bluff to start off the at bat. Wonder if she'll go again.
2-2, the count to Osborne. And the pitch is high and outside. Fastball, but just a little away. And the count is full to Osborne. Again, Stonebreaker bluffed off first that time. Probably won't be running here with nobody out on the payoff pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3. And for Whalen, that's her third. Check that 4th strikeout of the night. 1 away for the 900 Chloe Reardon. Now I think we're going to have to deal with that sun in her eyes beyond left field out to the west. Because there's not much clouds there. There's a couple small ones that are coming up. First pitch is low for ball 1.
It was originally kind of dancing with that really big cloud there. Now it's below it, and I think we'll see a lot of sunlight here going into.
There was a massive cloud that it was behind, so it was blocking it. There's a pitch in there for a called strike from Willard, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Reardon. And even 400, couple of RBIs. Stonebreaker still stuck at first, 5-0. Griswold with the lead here in the top of the third. The 1-1. Boy, that just missed. I don't know where it missed, but it missed. That was a very close pitch. 2 balls at a strike to count to Reardon. On deck is Maddie Thompson at the top of the order. And the pitch is chopped foul for strike 2. Reardon got a good swing on that one. Nodaway Valley hasn't had very many good swings against Waylord so far. Stonebreaker's their first base runner of the night. 2-2, the count now to Reardon. Pitch. Back up the throw. And almost gloved at second by Colin Horst, but that's a base hit. Matter of fact, I think she got a piece of it. It killed it. And Addison Adams came in from center to get it back in. But it's the bottom of the lineup that has come through with a couple of singles, a strikeout wedged in between. 2 on, 1 out, and here is Thompson.
Well, it's the little things there, Chris. I mean, putting a glove on that, it doesn't seem like much originally, but that probably prevented a base runner going to third. So, I mean, really nice job over there in second.
Thompson takes the first pitch high for ball 1. See, if I don't move my head now, the bar and the chain link fence will block the sun. But I cannot move. See, I just moved, and now it's in my eyes again. 1-0 to Thompson. Way low by Waylord. 2 balls and no strikes to Thompson, who struck out looking her first time up. 5-0 Griswold. But the Wolverines with a threat here in the top of the third. 2 on and 1 out. Now the 2-0 pitch to Maddie Thompson. Changeup in there for a called strike. What a pitch. What a pitch by Eiley Whaler right there. Fearless to throw that. You need a strike, you come back with it right there. Perfect pitch. Now the 2-1. There's a strike 2. She changed speeds again, threw a little bit harder, found the inside corner, and it's even. That's just good pitching.
Yeah, Waylett remaining unfazed in this one despite allowing 2 to get on base. Really nice pitching.
Now the 2-2. Swing right off the end of the bat, foul, as it takes a little roll to the on-deck circle for the Wolverines. And Thompson hangs in there. Stonebreaker at second, Reardon at first. 1 out, top of the third. Again, the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Whaler was behind in the count. 2-0, comes back with nothing but strikes. Her fifth strikeout of the night, 2 away. Just fantastic pitching. Who's Taylor Lockery now for Nod Valley? On the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Nodaway Valley just did not figure this freshman out right now.
And she's almost pitching better now that there's runners on. I mean, interesting to see this.
Lockery pops to short her first time up. Wolverines need some 2-out lightning. The 0-1 snaps the mitt outside. A little hot. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lockery, a .571 hitter. From the right side, Whaler has her pitch. Here is the 1-1. And it's chopped foul. Little riser that time, and Lockery able to bounce it to the screen, but now Whaler is 1 strike away from getting out of this threat. Runners at first and second. 1-2 the count to Lockery with Eisbach on deck. The pitch. Ooh, hit Eisbach in the on deck circle. She got it right above the waist. Hit her right in the belly button.
I think she got her arm in the way, so hopefully not much harm done there.
You would think that's the safest place to be in the deck circle, but I guess not. It stays 1-2 to Lockery. Whaler still battling here. And time called. Oh, actually, the count is 2-2. So the deuces are wild to Lockery. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 2-hitter. The pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3, and Whaler able to get out of it. She strikes out the side. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-0 Griswold here on KSOM.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Since 1905, F&B Bank has been partnering with you to ensure the best banking experience. Still today, F&B Bank is committed to be the stable partner that agriculture communities rely on. F&B understands the commitment, risk, and sacrifice you make every day in your business and way of life. F&B believes customer service and a handshake is what builds strong partnership and is committed to that partnership in our communities. Give F&B a call. Better yet, stop in. They're here to help you achieve your goals. F&B Bank, Fontenelle, Anita, Greenfield, and Messina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So Nodaway Valley had a chance there in the third, but could not capitalize. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Griswold sent 9 batters to the plate in the second. Keely Kinney started it with a solo home run down the left field side, and she will lead things off for Griswold. Baseball time, and they're underway in the varsity game. Nodaway Valley scored once on the top of the first, so they're up 1-0. Kinney stands in now for the Tigers. They're wearing blue uniforms with black pants, white socks. First pitch that's in there for a called strike from Ella Boswell. Wolverines have the classic white uniforms with purple pinstripes and purple numbers. Kinney awaits. The 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know why the pinstripes were invented, Jack?
Why is that?
To make Babe Ruth look slimmer. That's a true story.
Sure it is.
It is. No, I'm serious. The 1-1 pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike to Kinney. The Yankees did not have pinstripes originally when Ruth joined the team, and in their home uniforms they added pinstripes. And the umpire, the owner, Rupert Jones, and popped up, foul ground, first base side. Eisbach reaches out and just could not come up with it. Just over her glove. Great effort. 2-2 the count to Kinney. And the owner, Colonel Rupert Jones, was the original owner of the old Yankees. He wanted to make Babe Ruth just look a little bit skinnier. It's hard to do. 2-2 pitch, and that's grounded foul on the third base side, and he'll do it again. And so he added pinstripes to the uniforms. There you go.
That's a great decision, honestly. I mean, I think back about all the great pinstripes jerseys we've seen through all sports. I think about those Chicago Bulls blacks, some great jerseys.
2-2, that's ripped down the line and left, but foul. Line drive shot. Again by Kinney, but just a little out in front of it. She is playing with that line and has been throughout the night. It'll stay 2-2 to Kinney.
I'm also a big fan of these Nodaway Valley pinstripes that they have on.
Yeah. One's in the dirt. Swing and a miss. From her knees, a good throw by Varney and able to get Kinney. Round number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Boswell. And that'll bring on Joanna Reynolds. Good pitch there by Boswell. A lot of movement on it. Fooled Kinney with that one. Reynolds from the left side. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. I think the Yankees were also the first to have numbers on the back of their jerseys. Ruth was 3 because he hit 3rd. Luke Garrett was 4 because he hit 4th. The 1-0. That is outside. 2-2 to Reynolds. At one point, I will throw this one in. Back in the 1800s, like way long ago, they tried something, a 2-0 pitch at high. It's rolled a strike, 2-1 the count to Reynolds. Major League Baseball tried something where every position weared the same color. So instead of like a uniforms, it was every position wore this identical color for both teams. It was swing and a miss by Reynolds, 2-2. That was the idea of Albert Goodwell Spalding. And he decided to do that because he had a sporting goods store and he had a contract with Major League Baseball, so it made him richer. 2-2 pitch is grounded to second, right at Lockery. She'll flip it to first in time. There's 2 away in the 3rd.
I don't think I'd hate to see that in modern day. I mean,
it was a dreadful idea, but it made Spalding money because he was able to supply Major League Baseball with all the uniforms back in the day. Here's Daphne Whalert now for Griswold. She walked her first time up. First pitch is a little high for ball 1 from Ella Boswell. 5-0 Griswold with a lead. 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd. Ella Boswell now has retired 4 in a row since she gave up a RBI double to Eiley there. And there's a swing and a miss by Captain. Looked like it might have been a little high and outside, but she went after it. 1-1 the count to Whalert, a .333 hitter. And Ella Boswell into the line, the 1-1 pitch, and that's hammered into left center field. That will hit right at the base of the wall. Gaffner running first, the throw to second. He slides in with a skate-up double.
You see that exit velocity there, Chris. Beautiful hitting. I believe it bounced. Yeah, it didn't bounce off the grass first. It literally just hit the fence. And
yeah, just about a foot off the bottom of the fence.
Wow.
Maybe a foot and a half.
Excellent hitting.
And so a drive by Whalert, she had to get it a little higher to get it. It was hit right at the scoreboard in left center. She's aboard, and here's Carson Adams now. Look out, way up high for ball 1. Adams lifted one to right center her first time up. And Thompson, the center fielder, Stonebreaker and Wright collided. That allowed 2 runs to score. That one popped foul. That'll go out of play on the third base side. And it's 1-1 now to Carson Adams.
Sun is now hiding behind this tail of the really big cloud we were battling with earlier.
Yeah, so I can move. Move my head for a little bit. I can't wait till the sun goes down. That's got to be a country song. The 1-1 pitch, that froze her in there for a called strike. Perfect pitch by Ella Boswell.
If it's not, you can be the first, Chris. Nothing's stopping you.
To get my notepad out and start writing a song. 1-2, the count to Adams. 5-0 Griswold. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 1-2 in the dirt. Runner is going to go to third off her knees. Glade tried to throw it sideways, and the ball ended up more towards the shortstop, but Nodaway Valley able to stop it. But down to third goes Daphne Whaler. Really a good piece of running there.
Carson Adams is still in the box when she tried to make the throw. She kind of had to throw it to the side of her.
2-2. Now to Adams. Swing, and she chops it foul to stay alive. Griswold had a couple of hits in the first, but Boswell got out of it with a fly-out strikeout. But then a home run by Kinney started a 5-run second inning for the Tigers. They're trying to add to it here in the bottom of the third. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a changeup floats in there just out of the zone for ball 3. Boy, she did miss that one by much.
Really close call and great discipline there by Adams. A lot of these calls could really go either way.
And the count is full to the sophomore. The payoff. Strike 3 called right at the belt. Perfect pitch by Boswell. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left through 3. 5-0 Griswold here on KSOM.
Peace of mind isn't easy to have these days, unless you shop at McCunn Specialty Firearms. McCunn Specialty Firearms has teamed up with Iowa Safe Company to bring you a full showroom of their top-notch safes. Keep legal documents, family valuables, cash, and firearms safe from children, intruders, and fire. Put your mind at ease with Iowa Safe Company and McCunn Specialty Firearms. Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 4. McCunn Specialty Firearms, your first stop for your Second Amendment right, on the corner of 148 and 92.
At Griswold Communications, we have reason to celebrate. 2011 began our fiber to the home investment for all of Griswold, Elliott, Lewis, Lyman, and Grant. With our customers' continued support, our approximately $10 million loan is paid off, and that goal was reached approximately 10 years early. So all summer long, we are going to celebrate with random customer drawings. Current customers, make sure we have your most recent contact information for your chance to win. Griswold Communications Board and employees look forward to providing service well into the future through additional investments in our network and communities.
Ronnie Jack McKee alongside. 5-0 Griswold as we go to the fourth. It'll be the heart of the order for Nodaway Valley. Izzy Eisbach, Ella Boswell, 3, 4, and 5 against Eiley Whalert of Griswold, who's only allowed 2 hits. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss by Eisbach, who struck out in the first, 0 for 1. 3 years at Nodaway Valley's had co-coaches. Brian Osbach is his dad. Ryan Zener. There's a strike on the outside corner by Whaler, and he's now ahead 0-2. I was talking with Coach Zener earlier today, but he had to call me back later. He is a sergeant in the Iowa State Patrol. 2-strike pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 3. 7 strikeout for Whaler, 1 away for Emma Boswell. He's a sergeant in the Iowa State Patrol. He works in Des Moines, and he commutes to Greenfield to coach. He's been doing that for 3 years now. And he interrupted our call. He said we'll have to talk later because he has a unique job with the police department. Swinging on us by Boswell. 0-1. Emma 0 for 1. She grounded to second her first time up. Ryan is in charge of the canine unit and special operations in Des Moines. The 0-1 hit her in the. Did I hit her in the back, or did I hit her on the elbow? And yeah, that's what I heard. It hit her on the elbow. She's got a guard there. She just took it off, but she's still holding it. It still stings. It must have vibrated, and she certainly felt that. To stay in the game, it was just a momentary stinger on her elbow, and she'll stay at first base. So a run-out base runner for the Wolverine, and that'll bring on Ella Boswell. But it's interesting. He had to leave. He had to say, we'll call later, because he was actually at his daughter's softball game down in Martinsdale, playing like an 8th grade game or junior high game, whatever. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Ella Boswell. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 5-0 Griswold. Emma on it first with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. The 0-1. There's a strike on the outside corner, just inched on the black. 1-1 now to Ella Boswell. He needed to take his dog, one of his dogs in his unit. He says he has 8 canines in their special operations, and they had to go find a criminal. 1-1 swing and a miss for strike two. That's the first time I've ever had a coach diss me because he had to go catch a criminal.
That's a lot of dedication there as a head coach. I mean, also to be attending your daughter's softball game while coaching and while being a sergeant. I mean, that's amazing.
The 1-2 to Ella Boswell. And a little high. It looked like it kind of dove back on the high part of the zone, but very close pitch after it looked like it was going to sail way high. Not bad pitch at all by Whaler. 2-2 to Ella Boswell. Swing and a miss for strike three. Strikeout number 8 for Whaler. 2 away. Emma still at first. And Addison Glade down the batter. Only Zener could say in one day, I caught a burglary suspect and then came and coached a softball game. That's popped up by Glade to first. Backing up Daphne Waller in fair territory. The last minute reach back right on the edge of the outfield grass that made the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, one left. Bottom of the fourth we go. 5-0 Griswold here on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
It took a little bit longer there. Addison Glade, catcher, was the last out of the innings. She had to get a gear back on. We get to the bottom of the fourth. Still 5-0 Griswold. All 5 runs in the second inning. Baseball diamond. It's like 1-0 Nodaway Valley. It's in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Asplin is popped up foul ground on the third base side and up and away and out of play. Asplin with a double and a sac fly, so she's 1 for 1 tonight. One of the veterans on this Griswold team. He also ran track and field in the spring. What a great track season for Griswold this past spring. I mean, they didn't get a ton of medals at state track, either boys or girls, but it was still a great season. That one skipped in the dirt by Boswell. Count as 1-1 to Asplin. Swing, and it's foul back to the screen. It's 1-2. You know, this past season for Griswold, I mean, the football team did not win a ton of ball games. The volleyball team didn't win a ton of games. It was a rough year for basketball. So Griswold fans were looking for something to root for, and they want to win just as much as everybody else. The 1-2 pitch that's driven into the gap in left center field. Ranging over is Thompson. She tried a diving play. She was playing it towards left center, and she tried to make a diving catch, could not come up with it. Asplin, though, held to a single as Fry came in to back up. Second hit of the night for Asplin. That'll bring on Abby Gollenhorst. Gollenhorst 1 for 2. First pitch is a little inside for ball 1 from Boswell. Nodaway Valley, too. I mean, it was tough for football, but They had a great wrestling season with Trent Warner and Ashton Humble. Here's a bunt, third base side. It's a fair ball. And safe at first. Osborne probably should have let it go. It looked like it was heading foul, but she wasn't going to take any chances. It turns out that Gollenhorst will get the hit anyway. But I think she might have, hindsight is always 20/20, of course, but she might have just been better off to let it go and see if it went foul. Here's Eiley Whalert now with 2 on and nobody out in the 4th. Griswold trying to end their 5-0 lead, and they're in good shape here to start this half inning. First pitch, good pitch that time by Boswell on the outside corner for a called strike. Whalert is 2 for 2. Single, RBI double for Whalert their last time up. Should point out also for Nodaway Valley, I mentioned Warner and Hoddle winning their state championships in wrestling. Swing and foul back to the screen. And it's 0-2 to Whalert. And then Warner had a state championship in track and field in the discus. And afterwards, he told me, I didn't really do that well. It's a true story. Like, I could have done a lot better. But you won, Trent. You won. 0-2 pitch. Trent popping it foul on the first base side. It stays at 0-2.
That's how you know you're good, Warner. I mean,
yeah,
like if your biggest competition is yourself, and then it feels like kind of everything else is second after that. That's how you know that you're a solid thrower.
He finished 5th in the shot put, so I imagine he still got a medal, but imagine he was even more disappointed with that. But his best, I think, throw this spring for Trent Warner was the discus. He ended his Nodaway Valley Pool style. That one hit the plate and bounced away from the catcher Glade, and the runners will move up. Asqua now at third. Gollenhorst into second. Still nobody out. 1-2 the count to Whalert, the number 3 hitter, with Fullman on deck.
Kind of hit off the front of the plate there, Chris. Yeah. It bounced up. That's just an unlucky break if you're Nodaway Valley.
Change up. Hopped up. Over. Play.
That was loud. That hit the metal in between, like the sidewalk. You can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it hit the trash.
It was close.
Sounded like metal, and it was. It hit right on the metal part of the sidewalk. Mind the gap. 1-2 the count to Whalert still. Pitch, and that's fouled away. Fair. On the third base side.
That was really close, actually. It was right on the line. I think it just went left there.
It's hard to see because of the sun, and I think that's why it was closer than what anybody thought. The umpire ruled the foul almost immediately, but it was close. 1-2 still to Whalert. She's fouled off a lot of pitches. Battling with Ella Boswell here. Runners at second and third. Swing, another foul ball. That's way foul on the left field side. No debating that one. Whalert is doing a good job. She's fouled off, I think, about 4 foul balls or so. Epic at bat here. 5-0 Griswold with the lead. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 4th. And Boswell is 2 in scoring position. The 1-2 change up, and that's hammered into right center field. That will go all the way to the wall. That'll clean off the bases. Ashland scores. Gollenhorst right behind her. And Whalert into second with a 2-run double. And Griswold has kicked the extra point. They lead 7-0.
Wow. I mean, 1-2, you were battling the entire time. And it always feels good if you're a batter to come back with a hit like that.
They will run for Whalert with Wyman. What a night for Eiley Whalert. 3 for 3 at the plate. And pitching-wise, there's only allowed 2 hits. One of them was just a little pop. Here's Fullman now for Griswold. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Bounces away, but Wyman will not advance. 1-0 to Fullman, who's 0 for 2. He just fly to right and grounded it short. Fullman, a 400 hitter coming in. Boswell trying to get out of this mess. That one's in the dirt. bounced in front of home plate that time. 2 balls and no strikes to Fulmer.
Griswold-CAM might be getting close to the mercy rule here. I mean, 7-0, I believe it's 10 runs after 4, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I'm gonna look out for that.
The 2-0 changeup is up high. 3 balls and no strikes now. Yeah, the winning run is actually on deck in Addison Adams right now. It's 10 after 4, and it's 8 now after 5 or 6. They changed the rule just this year. Now the 3-0 is low, ball 4. So now the winning run will come to the plate. That's only the second walk allowed by Boswell. Here's Addison Adams now. We'll have a runner for Fulman. Courtesy runner coming in for the catcher. That's Amanda Hauser. She's at around 400 so far this year, Hauser. So they got depth with the CAM players coming in. This Griswold team has depth. Here's a bunt attempt, but it's foul by Adams. And it's strike 1 to Addison, who is 0 for 2. She is struck out and grounded to third. Griswold can put the game away here in this 4th inning. A non-conference game. Nodaway Valley was hoping to make a statement against a tough Griswold team, but the Tigers have come in and they dominated. The 0-1 bunted foul again. It was high that time, and actually, I thought Addison did a great job of just getting the bat on that ball. That's a talent sometimes for bunt. Bunting is no longer automatic anymore. It used to be a skill in baseball and softball, and you're seeing less and less small ball these days in softball. But Addison did a great job just to get to that ball. Here's a ground ball to third. Stopped by Osborne. Will apply the tag on Wyman, who is forced to try to go to third. It was away from the bag, so Osborne didn't necessarily have time, at least she didn't think she did, to get to the third base bag, but she applied the tag on Wyman, held onto the ball, which is the most important thing there. 1 away now for Keely Kinney. Fielder's choice for Addison Adams. First pitch in there for a called strike. Hauser now at second. Adams at first. Kinney is 1 for 2, a solo home run. Leading off the second, she struck out her last time up. And that one by Boswell is low and inside. It's even now to Kinney, a 1 ball, 1 strike. She gets this one over the fence, the game over. 7-0, Griswold with the lead. Remember, the rule used to be 15 runs after 3 or 4, and then 10 after 5. But all that is different. 1-1 pitch way high. 2 balls and a strike to Kinney. Kinney obviously showing great power. The only home run tonight. 2-1. That's a liner into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be cut off at the wall by Fry. Scoring is Wyman. Hauser stops at third. It's 8-0 Griswold. Big night for Whalert, Eiley Whalert, and a big night for Kinney, her second RBI. Actually, I should say Hauser scored. Wyman was retired on the force play. First pitch to Reynolds is in there for a called strike. So Addison Adams now at third. I'll correct myself. And we have runners. Well, taking second is Kinney on a catcher's indifference. The 0-1 is low. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Reynolds. So the potential winning run now in scoring position at second base in Keely Kinney with Addison Adams on third. The 1-1 pitch fouled away towards the school on the third base side, and it's now 1-2. And we still only have 1 out in this inning. 8-0 to score. Griswold trying to end this one early. Reynolds 1 for 2 with a run scored, a base hit. The 1-2 is way high by Boswell. It's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Griswold-CAM has really had 2 innings where the Stars have aligned for them with great hitting, a great order, and great base running.
It's even now to Reynolds. The second and third, 1 away. Up 8-0 here in the 4th. The 2-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Reynolds stays alive. Joanna Reynolds almost made it to the state golf tournament. She qualified into the regional finals, and she was only a handful of strokes away from making it to state. 2-2 again. Changeup. That's upstairs. Well, it must have been ball 4. The scoreboard had it wrong, and so Reynolds is aboard. One of those pitches must have been ruled a ball. So the bases are now loaded. And here's Daphne Whaler. Who's going to end the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, we know she has power for it. I mean, coming off that 1 hit where it pretty much hit directly on the fence.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. A double her last time up. Hit just below the scoreboard, right at the bottom part of the outfield fence. She walked in the second and scored a run. There's the strike on the inside corner, and Boswell is ahead 0-2. Griswold is tough, top to bottom. Coach Jody Russell says she's happy with the patience of her hitters. The 2-strike pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. The pitch by Boswell. Normally you look to waste 1 and 0-2, but she did not. Found that bottom part of the zone. Froze Whaler. And there's 2 gone, and here in the 4th inning. 4th strikeout for Ella Boswell. Here's Carson Adams now. First pitch fouled to the screen, and it's 0-1. Adams is 0 for 2. She has reached on an error when the 2 outfielders collided in right center and struck out looking her last time up. She's the 9th hitter of the inning for Griswold. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 8-0 Tigers. The 0-1. Swing hard at ball to third, and it's a fair ball. Did she get on the bag? Osborne, she did. And the side is retired. But Griswold scores 4 runs. It comes on 4 hits. The bases were left loaded, and we'll go to the 5th. 8-0 Griswold here on KSOM.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Newman Body Shop in Lyman is your only stop for total auto body repair. Newman handles everything from glass replacement, paint and wheel alignment, to complete auto restoration. For information on all the services Newman Body Shop offers, give them a call at 712-778-4428 or stop by Newman Body Shop on Tucson Road in Lyman. Newman Body Shop is a proud supporter of Griswold Tiger Sports.
So for Griswold, 3 runs on 4 hits in the last half inning. They left them loaded, and it's 8-0 Griswold. So we go to the 5th. Bottom 3 in the Wolverines order. Leah Stonebreaker will lead things off. She is 1 for 1. First pitch is on the inside. Kind of Stonebreaker. It just jumped out of the way of that one. It's 0-1. Baseball diamond. It's 1-0. Nodaway Valley. They lead. It's like it's the top of the 3rd or bottom of the 3rd. The 0-1, single answer, strike 2. Baylor has allowed just 3 base runners in the entire game. 2 singles in the 3rd, one of them by Stonebreaker, one by Raritan, and she hit Emma Boswell with a pitch on the elbow in the 4th. And here's a high fly ball in the shallow right center field. Ranging over, though, is Addison Adams. Gravity prevails. She makes the catch for out number 1. It's really one of the hardest hit balls of the night for Nodaway Valley. And hung up in the air for Addison Adams. That will bring on Carter Osborne for the Wolverines. Their backs have just been stymied by this talented freshman, Riley Whaler. Swing, that's fouled back over our heads for play. And it's nothing in one. Osborne has struck out in the third inning. It's Nodaway Valley team, young team. Osborne's the only senior. They got some talent. They won their first couple of games. The 0-1 is a riser way high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Osborne. They're going to win a handful of games this year, but I think Griswold has got to be making their case for the ranking.
Totally.
The 1-1. It throws Osborne that time on the inside corner for a called strike. Well, I think it's going to be a crime if Griswold doesn't get into the rankings in the next one.
And if they do, I mean, girl in the circle is one of the main reasons why.
Oh, without a doubt. The 1-2. Riser high. It's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not to mention the offense that goes with her.
Yeah, totally. I mean, she's part of that offense. I mean, we saw Daphne Whaler with some great exit velo, Courtney Fulman, the Adams sisters, all great.
Daphne's the 8-hitter. That's popped up. And speaking of Daphne Whaler, she comes in right on the line in fair territory. Rodney Purdell makes the catch for out number 2. Actually, you know what? If Nodaway Valley does not score in this half inning, the game is over on the 8-run rule.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the 5th. So Nodaway Valley has to find a way to score a run with 2 outs and nobody on. Swing and a miss by Roden. Single the last time up. Yeah, so they don't score. There's no reason for Griswold to bat. They already lead 8-0. It's the new 8-run rule after the 5th. The 0-1 popped up in a shallow center field. And it's Addison Adams coming in, and she makes the catch, and that should be the ball game. I believe, under the new rule, it is. Final score, Griswold with an 8-0 win in 5 innings. The Griswold Tigers go to 5-0 in the season, and Nodaway Valley falls to 2-1. 8-0 Griswold here tonight. We're back after this here on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Well, 2 undefeated teams coming into tonight, but it turned out to be a one-sided affair. 5 runs in the second for Griswold, 3 more in the bottom of the 4th inning. And then the 8-run rule comes into effect through 5 as Griswold wins at 8-0. Chris Varney, Jack McKee back with you to wrap this one up, Jack. And, man, I tell you one thing, Griswold, like I said, this team deserves to be ranked. They are a talented softball team. They have dominated all 5 of their games. It's the first time they haven't scored a double figures this year.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw from Griswold-CAM today was what I consider to be textbook softball. I mean, we had great pitching in the circle from Riley Whaler, and she had a great defense to back her up as well. I mean, on the other side of the coin, you have that offense, and that offense really made their presence known in this one, whether it was, hitting it outside, hitting it inside. I mean, they did great in this one.
Nodaway Valley, they're going to win a bunch of ball games. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But I just think Griswold right now, they are just playing unconscious softball. And this is a good test for Nodaway Valley. For them, it'll give them an idea. It's like nothing's easy. You're going up against, you want to be a playoff team. You want to be a team that can contend for a state tournament. You have to get good play from key players. And I think the key for them is they need improvement from Ella Boswell in the circle. She has to find a way of not being so hittable. Right now, Griswold pounded her for 11 hits. She has the ability; it's there, but she's only a freshman, so she's still young. So Nodaway Valley needs her to develop and evolve as the season goes along, and I expect that will happen.
Yeah, totally. I mean, as a freshman, you're never going to be perfect, right? I mean, you just need to really work on the fundamentals, I'd say, and eventually, by the time you're an upperclassman, I mean, it's going to be pretty much automatic for you. I mean, on the other side, if when you have that offense, I think they showed some really nice fundamentals in this one, and it was just Allie Whaler who really gave them a tough time.
Next up for Nodaway Valley, they will host Central Decatur coming up tomorrow night, and then they're off for 5 days until they visit Wayne. For Griswold, tomorrow they go to Boyer Valley, so a little bit of a trip there, all the way up there, and then 2 days later, actually on Saturday, of a tournament they'll play at Iowa Western Community College. They have games against Glenwood and Underwood there, so. A good tournament there for Griswold to play on Saturday. Well, they will get a chance to play some tougher competition and teams that are up in class. The line totals I should say classification. The line totals in the ball game, and they're unofficial. Nodaway Valley, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. They leave 3. For Griswold, 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They leave 7. Eiley Whaler gets the win. She's 5-0. Ella Boswell, the loss 2-1. Time of the ball game is 1 hour and 14 minutes. Eiley Whaler goes the distance in this one. She pitches 5 innings in the 5-inning shortened game. She ended up not walking a batter. She did hit 1 and struck out 8. Allowed just the 2 hits. A 2-hit shutout for Eiley Whaler. I put her in the wrong category, but Whaler, a 2-hit shutout for her, and she is a perfect 5-0 on the season. That's going to wrap things up here for our broadcast tonight. A big win for Griswold as they stop Nodaway Valley 8-0. Want to thank Jack McKee. For Jack, this is Chris Varney signing off from Griswold High School. Once again, reminding you the final score here tonight. It's Griswold defeating Nodaway Valley by a final score of 8-0. Good night, everybody, from Griswold, Iowa, here on